Hi, this is Dave Kipling of the Kipling team in Tucson, Arizona, and welcome to this week's Real Estate Minute. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Bobbee Kornhoff. Hi, Bobbee.
Oh, hello, Dave. Thank you for inviting me in today.
Bobbee is kind of real low-key, so we'll try to see if we can get her excited. That's not true at all. Bobbee just delivered to me a preliminary title report, property profile, because Francie and I are going to be taking a listing on the east side of Tucson. And I thought we could just chat for a couple minutes and we could talk about title insurance, okay?
That would be fun.
So what is title insurance, Bobbee?
Well, title insurance is an insurance that you purchase in the transaction of a home. When you change from a buyer to a seller, it is an insurance policy that ensures that the buyer is buying a property that is free and clear of all liens and judgments and any kind of issues on the title. So when you buy a house as a buyer, you want to know when I purchase that house and I pay for it, that I'm not going to have any other skeletons in the closet and I am going to be the owner of that home.
So obviously the assurance knowing that they have they call it free and clear title,
Free
right?
and clear title.
So how do you determine that? How does the company determine the free title?
So in order to determine a free title report, so a big piece of the fees when a real estate transaction happens is we do an extensive amount of research on that property. So that comes as a courtesy called a preliminary title report. And we go through, we have title examiners at our company, and they do extensive research on the history of that property, and they find out who bought it, who sold it from the moment in which that property became that certain parcel number or that piece of property identified in Pima County or whatever county that we're dealing with. And it tells them who bought it, who sold it, what maybe judgments were put against the property.
So for instance, what could be on that title policy that they would have to clear up?
There could be some IRS tax liens on there. There could be judgments, mechanic liens, if maybe someone did an upgrade on their home and they didn't pay the cabinet contractors. The contractors can put a lien on that property.
Okay.
There could be child support issues that are against that property. And when the transfer of title happens, we don't want the new buyer to have any issues.
So when somebody lists their home with the Kipling team and we order a title report, basically what we're assuring that person is that they can transfer this property free and clear.
Absolutely. And we do all the research behind. We provide a preliminary title report for you and your buyers or your sellers to read and to understand the full history of that property so they are fully aware of what they're getting into.
So on the other side, as Francie being our lead buyer agent, when she's representing somebody and they find that specific right house, then you provide, or she calls you, and we get a title report to make sure that we have a clear title.
Absolutely, and Title Security / Catalina Title will take care of that, and we will provide you all the information. And if you have questions, you can contact Francie, or your buyers or sellers can contact your escrow officer, and they can provide all of the support and help that you need to ensure that you are giving the best service which you are committed to for your clients.
So we have 52 states in this country. Are they all title insurance states?
They are not. Some states actually in the United States are considered attorney states, and that means that the change of funds and the title insurance that's issued is all done by attorneys. Here in Arizona, where you guys specialize in, is an escrow state. It's an escrow and title state. So creating that team and utilizing the people that have the expertise here locally in Tucson are definitely an asset to you and your team.
Okay, so we hear that you folks have always heard that term, property is now in escrow. What does that mean?
Property is now in escrow means that the escrow officer, which is the neutral party, is responsible for taking all of the pieces of the pie together to create a transaction and to create all the proper documentation legally so that when the transfer of property happens, it is recorded in the county and it is done accurately and to all standards.
Okay. And that's where a closing actually takes place, correct?
Yes. So when it's time to sign, and you call it the signing, you go to a title company, you sit down at the round table with your escrow officer. She has all the documents prepared from all the pieces of the pie, and she is going to explain to you with your agent everything that has transferred, all the fees involved, and who's getting what disbursements, and she will have you sign and make sure it gets recorded.
Okay. Who pays for this?
pays for this. There is fees both on the buyer and the seller side that based on the contract that you sign with the Kipling team, the escrow officer will know where the funds go and how to write the checks.
So there's two policies. There's one protecting the seller and one protecting the buyer, correct?
Yes, so back to title insurance, there are two title insurance policies that come into play when we're dealing with a transaction. One deal is called the homeowner's policy, and that means it's the policy that the seller is actually going to buy for, it's essentially that goes with the property, so the buyer will essentially assume the policy, and that is saying that the buyer is buying the property and it is free and clear. The second policy that comes into play when you're talking about title insurance is called the lender policy, and that is only plays a role if there is a new loan generated. If it's a cash deal, there is no lender policy because there's no lender that's involved.
Okay.
But if you have a new loan that you've generated, you have a policy called the lender policy, and the buyer pays for that, and that ensures that the lender is the first lien holder in that property and that there is a clear title.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully, folks, that helps as far as what a title company is, what title insurance is, and how vital it is in the situation. Bobbee is with Title Security Agency, and that's one of the title companies here in the Tucson area. So, again, thanks for visiting our blog and this week's Real Estate Minute. We hope this information is helpful for you. When you have an opportunity or you want to relocate to Tucson, please give us a call. We'd like to apply for the job. And as well, we can find that specific special house for you. And in both cases, title insurance is going to be involved. So again, thanks for visiting the blog. Please subscribe up here on the right and share this information that anybody may be buying, selling, or investing in the Tucson area. Again, have a great day. Bye.
They are awesome.